A lot of people told me before I got into this that you'll never make it because you're Chinese. You're not going to see a Chinese person on the news or on television. You're not going to make it.
Live from our Maritime News Center, this is CTV News.
Good evening. Bruce Frisco is on assignment tonight. I'm Felicia Yap.
She's a new face at CTV in Halifax, but carries herself like a seasoned journalist. And even though she's young, her career in broadcasting has brought her across a nation.
My family immigrated from Singapore, and my parents moved to Calgary. I have two brothers, and they're fantastic. I did my education in Calgary. I have my degree in biological science from the University of Calgary, and then I did broadcast news at SAIT. And after that, I whisked away and I went to Saskatchewan, and that's when I started my career in broadcasting.
But adjusting to life in rural Saskatchewan wasn't easy for a young videographer with a diverse background.
I can definitely say when I was in Yorkton, Saskatchewan, it was predominantly Caucasian. I was really the only one of the only ethnic people they had ever seen, especially going to small town Saskatchewan. So they did treat me very different, but I think at times they would give me, they were respectful for the most part, but you do get racism for sure, especially in places where there's not many ethnic people. It's something different, it's something new. It has happened in the past. I have had racial comments to me. I mean, even when I was doing the weather in Saskatchewan, people would send very hateful comments and say, you know, the only reason you're on there is because they need racial balance. But it is hurtful, but you just have to know, you know, this is part of your job. People are going to say things to you, but if you really know who you are, I mean, you just move forward.
Felicia believes it's integrity, not diversity, that defines her as a journalist.
I think sometimes people tell me that, you know, they hire certain people, you know, you're a visible minority, we need somebody in our newsroom because of that. But at the same time, I really believe that if you're good, you're good. And I guess my ethnicity is just an extra characteristic of what I have, because you could be an ethnic person and not be very good at your job, or you can be an ethnic person and be very good at your job.
Just ask her co-workers.
There's a lot of skills that are involved to being a reporter at any news station, and Felicia, she's very energetic. She brings a lot of, she tries to get the biggest part of the news story when she goes out to get a news story, and she's a great team worker.
Well, I mean, you know, she's extremely professional, but at the same time, she has a great sense of humor, and she's just a lot of fun to work with.
Felicia's hard work and dedication has already been recognized by the national broadcasting community.
Global TV's CanWest Broadcaster of the Future Award, it was for a person with a visible minority. Clearly I am. But it was a really big honor. People from across the country applied to it, and they actually told me that was the most applicants they've ever had.
Felicia is a consummate professional who is optimistic about her future, despite adversities she's faced in the past.
I never thought I'd make it this far, because there were so many times where I said, am I sure I really want to do this? But I just love this job, and if you have a passion for it, despite, you know, what your diverse background is, just go for it. And, you know, to all the young girls out there and people of different backgrounds, you know, if you really love something, just push for it and be the best that you can be. And if you're the best that you are, other people will see it too, and they'll hopefully ignore those little diverse background things that might have been a setback. Use it to your advantage, and I think you can go very far.
No regrets?
No regrets at all, no regrets. You know, I didn't get into medical school, but I'm so grateful that I didn't, because my life has changed so much because of it. Okay, I have now reported in 4 different provinces. This is I think it's honestly my favorite.